back to Noise Gate. Today we're having a look at the new Vox S66 Bobcat. Now Vox have recently released this line of guitars, which is based on a 60s Vox guitar known as the Bobcat and the Lynx. Now these guitars were made in Italy at the time, and whilst they looked very cool and had all of that sort of 60s vibe about them, they had a few features, for example, like extremely microphonic pickups and some tonal things that made them cool, but not necessarily classics. Now Vox have taken the design, which they decided, and we agree, looks cool, and they've tweaked the pickups a little bit, and they've added some functionality and playability to these guitars that make them now a really great modern player guitar. Now straight away you're looking at this and you're probably thinking it's kind of like a 335, but then you see three of these S66 pickups, which are kind of single coil pickups, and maybe start thinking, this is a slightly different guitar. And in fact, one of the things that I noticed playing this guitar is that it's not a 335 and it's not a Gretsch and it's not your classic hollow body. It's actually got its own thing, which I think is one of the coolest things about it. So a little bit of information, just like a 335, it does have a solid center block. It has a set neck. These guitars are made in Korea and they feature Grover machine heads as well for tuning stability. The pickups here are wired in an interesting way, and a way that allows for a lot of tones. So let's start off by talking about the fact we've got 4 controls here. So we've got a master tone, then we have a bridge volume, a neck volume, and a mid volume here. So let's have a quick listen to this. So I'm going to start on the mid, rolled down, and I'll explain that in a sec. We've got the neck volume. Now when I go to the middle position with that middle volume still rolled down, I actually get the neck and the bridge together. So I'm going to roll the bridge up. So almost in that kind of telly territory. And then of course when I flick to the back, I've got just my bridge pickup. Which is very bright and has this cool kind of nasal quality to it. Now, here's the interesting thing. This pickup is always in the circuit. It is just controlled by this volume here. So what that means is that when I'm on the bridge pickup selector and I have that rolled up, I can blend in the middle pickup into my tone, which gives me a really wide variety of sounds that can come out of this. It gives me that sort of stratty thing. It gives me some of that warmer classic 335 thing, but it also has a real nice bitey quality that I think is kind of unique to this guitar. You can hear that range of tones as I just wind in the middle pickup by different amounts. Let's have a listen to both pickups with this. So that would give me all 3 pickups. So this is just these 2. So bring in that middle a little bit. And bring in the middle fully. Hear that interaction between the pickups. Let's have a quick listen to the neck on its own. Blend in the middle. I get a much fuller, warmer tone. The thing that I think is really cool about this guitar, and the bit that's grabbed me straight away, is that sometimes when you pick up a guitar like this, you expect a certain sound, being the kind of 335 warm jazzy thing, and I didn't get that from this straight away, which of course inspires me to play in a certain way, and I think this guitar would find a home in a lot of modern, like indie rock and more jangly sounds. The 90s are definitely back in a very big way, and so some of those jangly 90s, almost Johnny Marr type tones can be got out of this guitar. But I think that the other thing is that we as guitarists, whilst we are all striving to have great tone, we also want to have unique tone. And one of the selling points I think for this guitar would be the fact that it doesn't sound like every other guitar, and it looks beautiful. It looks kind of unique. It's got that sort of 60s styling. You can really see that kind of Italian 1960s kind of thing, but it's got these unusual pickup configurations on a semi-hollow guitar, which gives it a really unique place and a visual appearance that is really appealing, I think. So you can hear the variations in tone there, the variety of tones that you can get out of this. Of course, you have a tone knob as well, which does exactly as you'd expect, but it's the pickup configuration that will give you the variety of sounds that will make this guitar a killer guitar for any player really, but certainly someone who wants a classic looking guitar with a unique tone to it. If you've made it this far, I appreciate it. Thanks for sticking around through my hacking, playing through this guitar, but I hope you've enjoyed it. Let us know in the comments if you think that this is something that would find a home in your guitar arsenal. And as always, thanks for watching Noise Gate. See you next time.